Hello and welcome to EU Tweets of the Week. This week, Britain is set to come up short, Italy appeals to EU court, Volkswagen just can't seem to do what it ought, and Brussels binder gets loads of support. An internal government analysis leaked to the press said the UK will be worse off economically in every possible scenario after it leaves the EU next year. Brexiteers have a choice between being 8, 5 or 2% worse off over the next 15 years. As the Liberal Democrats tweeted, "Tell us something we didn't know." David Allen Green noted that the Brexiteers' belief in economic forecasts has changed quite a bit. Grant White said the Labour Party must consider if the ship really has sailed on EU membership. Hugh Devlin, however, said the leaked document was scaremongering and needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. But Shabab Khan said the future support of Brexit is electoral suicide because intentionally harming your country is not a good look. Speaking of Brexit, last Thursday Donald Trump told Piers Morgan in a so-called hard-hitting interview that he would have taken a tougher attitude towards Brexit negotiations. Presumably it would have been huge or unbelievable or the best. Also related to Brexit, the European Medicines Agency headquarters will have to move out of London next year. The EU Court of Justice chose Amsterdam over Milan for its new home in a coin toss after a vote by member states ended in a tie. That was in November, but this week Italy appealed the decision. If choosing winners by drawing lots from a fishbowl can be considered a decision, as Jonathan Busnelli pointed out. Italy argues that the Amsterdam HQ won't be finished in time, but Milan has a building ready and waiting for EMA now. Italian Parliament member Lia Quatapelle asked Twitter to spot the difference. But EU Health Commissioner Vytenis Andriukaitis said the move to Amsterdam is a done deal. Alessandro Margiotta called the Commissioner's response very bureaucratic. And M's World warned Italy and its Prime Minister that they could look like bad losers. Elsewhere, Volkswagen's reputation took yet another hit thanks to yet another emissions scandal. The EU says it is shocked by the German automaker running tests in which 10 monkeys were locked into airtight chambers and made to breathe the diesel exhaust from VW Beetle. At least they were watching cartoons. VW was making a concerted lobbying effort in Brussels to try and win hearts and minds after Dieselgate. Fair play to say that has gone down the tubes, said James Crisp. Selwyn Jones reported that only one Volkswagen lobbyist was suspended after Monkeygate, but Victoria Hirth said PR wasn't the point, so they just sacked the person who didn't cover it up well enough. Assaad Razzouk said once again oil trumps lives, and Craig Roycassel thought VW's latest scandal was one of those hold my beer moments. And Burley Monster wrote his fantasy headline: VW shocked at finding EU shuts journalists in airtight chambers and fills the rooms with noxious briefings. Finally, hundreds of people showed up on Wednesday night to the launch of Brussels Binder, a database of female experts that aims to give women a voice on panels and policy debates. Maria Munt said it is only through leading by example that Brussels can claim to be the capital of Europe. Hannah-Laure Gorman said expertise abounds at the launch, but airplay is unfortunately much less. And David Leavitt liked the name Yes. It is a reference to that time US presidential hopeful Mitt Romney claimed he had binders of women. That's all for this week. Join me again next week for more highs and lows, blunders and blows in the Brussels bubble Twittersphere, and send in your suggestions using the hashtag EU Tweets.